I am super excited to get into today's video because it comes highly requested. It's actually a concept that I've sort of done before, but I'm doing it a little differently this time. So in today's video, I am going to be building tiny homes for different Monster High characters here in The Sims. Now, when I say that I've done this before, I did a video in the past where I built one house and every room was a different Monster High character. I did not do all of the characters, and obviously with it being one room, it's very limited to what I can do with it. And so this video should be a lot of fun because I'm going to be building entire houses for each of these characters and making a very cool, spooky little neighborhood, and I cannot wait. Before we get into it, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I think you should do that because I make a lot of fun content, a lot of themed builds. If you're into stuff like that, this channel's a lot of fun. So without further ado, we are going to get into this build. Okay, if you can hear talking in the background, my husband's on a work call and the yapping is a little loud. I gotta say, it's a little loud. Okay, so I'm gonna be building 8 homes in this video. I am going to be splitting this video into 2 parts. I know I just did a 2-parter and I really don't like doing them in 2 parts, but with doing 8 builds, there's just no way I'm gonna be able to fit it all in one. So hi guys, future Ariel here, just popping in to let you know the plan for today's video. So because I'm doing 8, today's video I'm going to be building for 4 characters, exteriors and interiors, and then in my next video I'm going to be building for the last 4 characters. Let's get back into it. The 8 characters I'm going to be building for today include Abby Abominable, Claudine Wolf, Cleo Nile, Deuce Gorgon, Draculara, Frankenstein, Ghoulia Yelps, and Lagoona Blue. In the last video that I did for Monster High, I only included 4 of those characters, I think, so it'll be cool to kind of get some of those other ones in here. I considered moving out of Del Sol Valley and going to a different world, but I think I'm gonna build here. I just prefer it here. I don't know what to say. I think I came up with a layout for this. So we are going to spin the wheel to determine which homes we are going to be doing first. The only one that I know for sure where I want it to go is here. This is going to be Lagoona Blue. The rest of them are kind of going to be up to the wheel. We're going to spin and find out who we're building first. Cleo Nile. Okay. Let me tell you a little bit about Cleo Nile and then we will get into her build. Cleo Nile is a 2010 introduced and all-around character. She is a mummy, though born human and a student at Monster High. As royalty, Cleo is unsurprisingly the queen of the student body. Cleo is extremely royal, so she expects everyone to treat her like it. Usually her attitude is selfish, arrogant, and sassy. So for some background, she was a princess of Egypt over 5,800 years ago. We're gonna make an Egyptian style home for her. So when looking up a house for Cleo Nile, this is the sort of vibe we're going for, okay? We're going for a pyramid style home, like an Egyptian pyramid. Let's put Cleo up here. Let's start on the shelf. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to really make this Cleo. Her colors are like brown, tans, turquoise, stuff like that. And so I really want to add that to the exterior of the house, even though it doesn't actually look like that. So I'm taking my own creative liberties. I really want to pull it together and make it cute and fun. Let's start adding some windows. Maybe I could do these windows. Does this work or does this look bad? I don't know. I can't tell. Now I need to get some statues. Let's do these statues in front of the house. Okay, fantastic. Let's add some details to this house also. I think I want to add pointy roof on these as well, but much shorter, and add these by the door. Let's do some of these palm trees. I do think I want to give her a pool. So let's just do a rounded pool. Okay, I'm trying to find ways to make this look a little more interesting, a little more fabulous and royal. So I added a lot more blue, added a couple more levels, a pool. I think it's coming to life. It's starting to come to life. I'm starting to like it a little more. I'm gonna add some bars of gold. So we do have a pool, but I need some water up here. I'm just gonna add a small pond here. Yeah, we can add some of these. Can I add a fountain here? I think that's gonna look good. And we can add some pool trim. This pool trim that matches the dancing water emitters like so. Down here, let's give her a fire pit. This one here in gold. For the seating, I need something dramatic, or let's do this one instead. Yeah. And then up here for our loungers, I definitely want like the lounging couches, something like this. Yeah, this one is very royal. So let's do this lounger up here. Add one of these. And then let's grab a table. Oh yeah. Like one like this. And then we can add a fruit bowl on it. When you think about when they like hand feed the royalty, that's what I'm envisioning. Oh, here's this. I think I like that one. Okay, I changed the rug up here to this leopard print one or cheetah print, whatever it is, and then added a little thing down here. I think that looks pretty solid for our exterior for now. I may come back and add some things later on, but I'd really like to start working on my next shell. Let's spin the wheel and find out who we are doing next. Okay, Deuce Gorgon. I actually don't really know anything about this particular character, and I also haven't mentioned, I'm not super familiar with Monster High. I talked about this in the last video where I did a Monster High build. I did not grow up with Monster High dolls. I did not watch the show. So this is strictly based off of research I'm doing online. If there's things that I missed, if there's things that I don't add or I don't know, forgive me. Okay, I'm doing my best. Let me tell you a little bit about Deuce Gorgon and then we will get into his shell. Deuce Gorgon is a 2010 introduced character and all around good guy. Specifically, he is Medusa's son. Deuce is a popular monster at Monster High because he's friendly and outgoing with his peers, loves sports, and is the captain of the basketball team. He loves cooking, and he's the boyfriend of Cleo de Nile. He has a passion for sculpting as well. It's perfect because I can just put him right here. He can be the neighbor to Cleo. So I'm thinking for Deuce, because he is Medusa's son, I want to pull from Greek architecture. I think that would be really cool, but dark. I want that to be reflected in the home. A little bit of a darker aesthetic, nothing like Cleo's here. Let's just get started with the shell, shall we? I may actually put his house down here only because I don't want it to block Cleo's, and I'm hoping that whatever I put here doesn't block it. Let's find some columns. I guess we can just make these work. Let's pick out a door. This one is very Medusa, but can we make it Medusa's son? Oh, I like that. I like the idea of his having like a courtyard, but also a basketball court. So I might move his house forward a little bit so that we have room to add a basketball court. Let's grab some windows, maybe rounded window up here or something. Maybe that, I don't know. Okay, here is the shell so far. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I can take this wallpaper from Love Struck and use that as more of like an accent wall type deal. Maybe I can put it here too. I think that looks pretty cool. I really want to add this fountain to the house, maybe like here. It kind of reminds me of like Medusa, a Medusa head. I want to add a basketball court in the backyard. Let's do the all white and I'll put some terrain paint underneath it. Really like this terrain paint for him. And then the basketball hoop, we can do this green one. Let's add a couple, why not? I'm sorry that I didn't realize this was at the bottom of my screen. Let me move that. Hopefully that didn't bug you too much. Next up on my agenda for Deuce is I kind of just want to make this house look cool. I might add some greenery. Now, I know that his character isn't really known for greenery, but like if you think of snakes, I think of like grass, like snakes in the woods, you know what I mean? So I kind of want this to have some greenery to it. I want there to be some neon lighting. I don't know. I want it to be like cool. He's the cool guy. He's the most popular guy in school. So this house needs to reflect that, of course. I am going to go ahead and start adding some greenery to his house. Like I like these. Perfection. I love that. He's also, I feel like, gonna need a gym. Let's give him the weight rack. I know I'm kind of jumping the gun. I haven't done any landscaping yet, but I feel like this is important for him. So let's give him the weight rack. We could give him one of these. I would really love to give him a pool, and I would love for it to be like a snake shape. Okay, that's gonna be as close to a snake as we're gonna get. Let's start working on our landscaping. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's add a seating area, some sort of hangout. Perhaps we can add a fire pit. Let's do this one. We can do beanbag chairs maybe, like something like this. Let's actually move his weights and stuff to this patio. This will be his workout area. Okay. There we go. Let's add some statues, you know, Medusa-esque. So what if we add one of these? Kind of like that. What about a grill? Since he likes to cook secretly, could maybe add it here. Okay, I think I'm done with Deuce Gorgon's home, and I think it looks so cool. It's kind of dark. It's a little edgy, but it's kind of Medusa-esque, but a little more jock. So let me show you what I did, okay? You guys saw me put together this little fire pit here. You saw me put together this workout area over here. Here is the pool area. In the backyard, we just have our basketball hoop, added a bench there. And then up top, because it does say that he likes sculpting, I added some stuff for that. So I added a pottery wheel, and I also added this little sculpture thing over here. How cool does that look? I lit it all up. I added a bunch of those lights from high school years, the neon lights. Here is the back as well, all lit up. And with that, we are going to move on to our next home. Let's spin and find out who is going to be next. Draculara. Perfect. So she was one of the ones in my last video, my last Monster High video. I did a room for her, so it'll be fun to sort of put together a actual house for her. Let me tell you a little bit about her character, and then we will get into her shell. Draculara is a Transylvanian vampire and the adopted daughter of Dracula. She is prone to crying when she has to deal with obstacles and acts very ungrateful and is easily frustrated. She is sweet, energetic, friendly, sensitive, and easygoing, though she can be a bit childish. She's usually portrayed as naive, and some of her skills include writing, acting, and cheerleading. It would be kind of cool to give her a coffin-style house because she's a vampire. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that, but I think that would be very fun. So I'm either thinking like a coffin-shaped house or like an old Victorian-style house. I just have to figure out what I want to do. Maybe I can kind of combine the two. I have a feeling hers is going to be kind of tall. So let's put Draculara maybe back here and then we'll work our way up. All right, let's work on the shell. So far, this is where we are with Draculara's build. I was trying to make it a coffin shape. I know that there's different ways to do this, but what I don't want is a dollhouse. And like if you look on the gallery, you'll find a lot of dollhouse shells that you can use that are in the shape of a coffin, and they use like pictures or whatever to create that shape. However, I don't want a dollhouse style home for her. I want it to be an actual like enclosed home. So what I did is I ended up just using these roof pieces and just kind of creating an illusion. I'll probably cover these parts with plants and stuff anyway, but I want to give the illusion sort of a coffin shape. Okay, so now we're just going to start adding in some details. Firstly, I want to grab some columns. We can just do the ones from vampires. Let's grab a front door, shall we? I'm thinking of doing maybe life and death. I kind of like that look. Maybe those cute pink ones. I like that. And for the railing, oh, that one is black and pink. Wait a minute. That's kind of interesting. My next course of action is to add some windows. I could even add a balcony. We'll see how that looks if I add a balcony here. That could be cute. I kind of like these windows from base game. They're kind of cool looking. How do I feel about that? Also, would it look good if I added a trim to this part? Because I think that actually looks pretty good. Here's like an actual bat. That is so perfect. Yes. Perhaps we can add an awning for her. We also have this one. I kind of like it with the little awning. Let's start adding some landscaping. So Draculara definitely needs like a tea table. I don't know which table to use, but maybe we'll use that table. And for our chairs, I think I want to use these ones. I might change my table because I really want to use those chairs, I think. What about that table? And then we can grab a tea set. Let's do this tea set. Maybe a couple of garden beds for her as well. Maybe just one garden bed somewhere like over here. And I kind of want the plasma tree from vampires. Yeah. Okay, I'm currently creating like a little bat garden back here. So I'm adding some of these bird houses, and these are gonna be my bat houses. Oh my gosh, this bat plushie. You kidding me? Yes, that's going by the front door. I'm gonna add a bunch of bats. I love it. It's a little bat sanctuary. And after some finishing touches, I am completely done with the exterior of Draculara's house. Well, I think I am. I may come back and make some changes. I do want to add one final detail, but let me show you what I've done. I changed out the chairs in this little tea area. I just think those ones are better because the back of them are pink also, and I just think that makes sense. I picked this arch for my little bat sanctuary area. The next thing I wanted to do, I wanted to add a desk down here because she does like to write. That's one of her skills that I'm seeing on here. That one's cute. I like the Victorian style of this one. And then maybe this heart chair. We can give her this pink typewriter. Maybe that black and white rug. That's super cute. I like this one from the Storybook Nursery kit. And then over on the desk, I want to give her the open notebook. We'll do it in black. And I add this tree here in the corner. That's cute. I'm officially done with Draculara's exterior. We have one more exterior to do for this part 1, and then we will head inside and do the interiors of each of them. So let's spin and find out which character we are going to be building for next. Lagoona Blue. Okay, that one should be fun. Let me tell you a little bit about Lagoona Blue, and then we will get into her shell. Lagoona Blue is an unusual kind of sea monster, as she is the offspring of a sea monster and an ocean nymph. She is patient, kind, considerate, but does not sugarcoat her message or allow anyone to walk all over her. She is also the captain of the swim team. Lagoona is also environmentalist. Okay, so Lagoona Blue, I already planned for her to go right here in the front. Okay, so I think it would be kind of fun to do hers in more of like a sandcastle vibe. So let's get started. Let me pick a door. Maybe I do that one with the open doors, or I could do the blue. It has to have a Monster High vibe to it, and I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate that best, because I think there needs to be a little bit of black on it too. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this. Okay, this one is challenging. This is one of those prime examples of I do something, you're probably screaming at the screen saying, "What are you doing?" And then you scream too soon because I realize the error in what I've done and I fix it, and now we're on the same page. It happens all the time. Just trust the process, you guys. I usually come around to the right thing eventually. So it was way too mermaidy. Way too mermaidy originally. That color palette was too pastel. This is Monster High after all, and she does have a little bit more of like an edgier look. She wears black in a lot of her outfits, and most of them, and fishnets, and she's got a more edgy vibe. That was way too girly, and yeah. So we're going darker. I'm not sure I'm done here. I'm just kind of playing with it at the moment. I like this base. I think this looks cool. Let's get into the nitty gritty details. Let's pick a door. So I think it's between these two. I think I like this black one. I love when my dogs bark. It makes my day. It truly makes my day when I'm just trying to get my builds done and they're doing that. I love it. Ooh, I like these. Okay, I think I like those windows. I don't really know, you guys. We'll see, but I do want to pick a door for up here. Let's grab the open door here. Do I want to do the pink one or the black? I don't know. Do I like the pink? If I do pink on this top floor, how does that look? There's a good chance I'm not gonna like that. I don't know. Have you ever seen someone be so indecisive? If not, welcome to my channel. Maybe this, kind of like it. The pink one's cute. Okay, wait. Are we maybe potentially, possibly getting somewhere, you guys? Doesn't it kind of have a fin vibe to it? Let's give her some beachy sand. And then this shell piece in pink. Yeah, I like that. Let's get some landscaping going. I'm not sure where I left off, but here is where I am now, okay? I think it looks pretty good. I feel like it has the right aesthetic for Lagoona Blue for the most part. I went ahead and added this waterfall feature here using the waterfall from Island Living and some other waterfalls from Riviera Retreat, and I think that looks pretty good. Do we have any shark stuff? I honestly don't know. We have this paper mache shark. Ew, I can't do that, you guys. I can't. I think I kind of want to add some crystals, like some blue crystals. Maybe 2 of these, and then take this, size it down, and put it in here. I think that looks pretty cool. Oh yes, very good. Maybe I can add one of the shark ponds as well. Oh wait, can I shrink it? The waterfall gets a little messed up, but that's okay. Add a couple chairs and a fish tank. Let's do this fish bowl. Okay, let me put it in live mode for you so you can see the waterfall going. There it is. In live mode in all its glory. Okay, after some finishing touches, added some additional landscaping. I think I'm done with Lagoona Blue's home, which means I am officially done with the first 4 exteriors. Now we can go inside and get the interiors started. Starting with Cleo de Nile. One other thing, I also forgot that Cleo is a cheer captain, I'm pretty sure. So I do want to give her a cheer mat. So I'm gonna move this little seating arrangement over to the side here. Let's just do the tan one. And then I want one of those megaphone things. Yes, this one. So here is my flooring and wallpaper for now. Let's figure out my floor plan. I can probably stick a kitchen in here and have a living space right here smack dab in the center. So let's start with a fireplace for Cleo. I like this black and gold one. I think that's nice. Let's just go to the bottom and see what fancy couches we have. Like something like this is cute. I also really like this. Oh, I like this one with a combo. Could do these fancy chairs. Don't love it, don't hate it. That one's not terrible. Neither is that one. I may change it, but we'll leave it for now. Let's get a coffee table. I do kind of like this one, but I don't know if that's too much pattern or what, but I do kind of like it. Think I can make it work. I really need curtains though. I'm thinking the big fancy ones from Get Famous. That's totally her vibe. Yes. Perfection. I feel like that looks really good. Oh, I like this one. This one kind of screams royalty as well. I sized it down especially. That one could be kind of perfect, right? I added this little table. This is from the new kit. It's the Bridgerton kit. I don't know the name of them, honestly. Lady Bridgerton's Masquerade Ballroom Kit. Talk about a mouthful. Good grief. Perhaps like this one. I don't know. What do we think about that? We'll get back to the details momentarily. Let's switch gears and figure out my kitchen layout. For the countertops in here, oh, let's do these ones with the colored countertops. These are from Life and Death. I like how that just kind of fits in there. We can actually put our fridge right here and do this brown fridge and then an oven over here. Magnificent. That looks pretty good actually. And then where am I gonna put a dining room table? Maybe this one. The only thing is it doesn't really fit anywhere. Let's get some chairs. We can do these ones again because they are perfect. I mean, if I move this, what do we think? Does that look okay? I think it fits a little bit better. What would it look like if I separated it a little bit more? Let's try adding a half wall, like behind the couch there. I like that better, I think. I don't know what like Egyptian style stuff we have. One of the pictures that I'm thinking of is the one from base game. This one, I don't know if that like kind of works. I don't really know. Something like that, I guess. This magazine stack here. We can add some palms as well in the corner here. Like here's another one we can add in the corner over here. Some skulls. What about some of these like fossilized items? Like this prehistoric rock. I grabbed some art off of the gallery and I want to use some of these Egyptian style photos and add these in various spots. I think I like that. Maybe put a chair over here as well. I like that one. Let's grab some of the candlesticks from Love Struck. I think we'll add that table there. Let's do these ones over here. They fit a little bit better. What about these? Okay, I'm gonna add that pot over there. Let's grab this fruit bowl to put here. Yes, what about this macaron tower? Perfect. Ooh, what about that serving cart? Yes, this little bar cart from Royalty and Legacy. Let's just stick that right there. Oh my gosh, it's fabulous. Okay, I think I'm done with the living room, dining room, and kitchen. I love the way that hers turned out. I love the color scheme and just the overall vibe in general. I hope that this screams Cleo. Again, I'm not super familiar with these characters, but based on my research, this is her vibe. Okay, here is her kitchen over to this side. Here's the front door, and then here it is over to that side. Let's go up and do her bedroom. So the access to her bedroom, by the way, is actually outside. So there's a ladder to get up to this little balcony, and that's how you get in her bedroom. And then there's a second ladder to get up to this rooftop. So just so you are aware, let's pick out a bed and then we'll figure out the rest. Okay, I think I already know which bed I want to use for her, and it's the one from Get Famous. She's gonna get this bed. So she's a fashionista. I want her to have like a walk-in closet moment, like a built-in maybe. I like these ones from Vintage Glamour. Okay, and then what about a like divider? Let's do this gold divider for the closet area. All right, I need some side tables. Let's do these ones from Modern Luxe. Wait, actually these ones from Decor to the Max are pretty cute too. Maybe let's do these. I really also want a vanity. I do like this one. I like this one because it's kind of small, which is good. Oh, this full body mirror is perfect. Stop it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna make me crazy. Let's do this mirror here. And I need a rug. I'm probably gonna end up using an animal print rug again because I just feel like it fits her aesthetic. Like sue me, I'm gonna use it again. Whatever. Let me pick out a chair for her. Let's do that chair because it matches. I would like to find some sort of perch for her snake, her cobra. We obviously don't have cobras in this game, but I'd like to find something. The only perch that we really have is like the crow one. I guess I could use it and you could just pretend the crow is a snake. Can we do that? Can we pretend that that's not a crow and it's a snake? Maybe the heart Polaroid collage. Ooh, we need pom-poms too. I will add those in just a second. Here we go. Pom-poms. What about the trophies? Because the trophy shelf, because she is cheer captain. Maybe just right here. Oh my gosh. This is driving me insane. Just add it here, maybe. If I do this, and then we can grab some of my little artifacts here. I think that looks good for our shelf. Oh yeah, let's do that. Super cute tray of makeup. Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. Add this here. Okay, I think I'm done with Cleo Denial's bedroom. I didn't go too crazy. I still think it's cute. Here's her bed area. Here it is over to this side. We've got it to this side, and then we have her closet area. We're going to put together a quick bathroom, and then I will be right back. Here is the bathroom for Cleo. We've got all of our essentials, and I think hers turned out so cute, but I am ready to move on to my next one. Next up, we are going to be furnishing the house for Deuce Gorgon. For his character, remember, he is like sort of the sporty guy. He's the most popular guy in school. He loves to cook. So I'm looking at some like aesthetics for Deuce. He's the cool guy. His color scheme, I mean, kind of fitting. His color scheme is going to be black, green, and red. And he's also the son of Medusa, which we cannot forget. For the floor plan, we're gonna have living room and dining here, kitchen over here, bathroom here, and then his bedroom is gonna be up here. Let's start with the living room, which I think I'm gonna put over here. I think I like that fireplace. Let's pick out a couch. I guess let's try this one from the industrial loft kit. Could do the matching one. Oh, you know what? Let's do some beanbag chairs. That feels like edgy teenage boy to me. Ooh, I kind of like that. I might use that. I don't know. I think that might be a little too like sleek. Maybe we could do the checkered rug from Pastel Pop. Oh, or there's that one. Why is this harder than I was expecting? Make it make sense. Let's pick out a dining room table. I'm getting a little flustered here. I don't know why this is becoming like kind of hard for me, but it is. So I just need to figure it out. Okay, maybe those. We'll do red pops of stuff. What if I do the checkered under here? I added a wall here just for a little more separation. I just think it was a little too open. So I'm trying to currently find dining room chairs that fit his aesthetic. I could do these ones from Life and Death. They've got those like points on them, which I think is kind of interesting. How do I feel about the red rug? Does that look bad? I don't know. I'm probably way overcomplicating it, but that's just like my normal thing. Maybe let's change the table to this one from Life and Death. I like that green swatch. What about these chairs? Let's pick a different coffee table. I like that one, but there's just something about it that's not working. What about that one? I kind of like the planty vibe in his house too. So maybe I'll give him that table. Let's also put a basketball over here by the front door. Some sunglasses and car keys on this table. Before I forget, let's also add a crown for Cleo. Let's grab these green shoes, stick them by the door. This plant is called Sea of Snakes. How do I feel about that? I don't love it. I could add it in the front yard though, or by the front door. That feels right. This planter in the corner here from Journey to Batu, or we can do this planter. I think either one's fine. And then I do need some hanging plants, of course. We can add one in this corner. Can we do one of these in the dining room? Do those look okay? I don't know. They're sort of random, but I like it. And then we can add some more poster stuff, definitely in the living room, but we can add some maybe on this wall. This down a little bit. Records, gym. Oh, I love this. I might move this actually, this stuff into the living room. We'll get to that momentarily. Perhaps in this back corner, we can grab one of these statues. Okay. Okay, yes, it's coming together. It's starting to come together. Let's put the backpack and we're gonna do the one with the skull on it. Yes, that is so Deuce. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Added some clutter to the dining room table. Here is my wall of posters and whatnot to really bring in his personality. And then here it is to this side. I think that's gonna be good for my dining room for now. Let's get this living room done. Let's do this small snake plant. This is the back of the house. Okay, I think I can get rid of this window because I want a more dramatic something right here. I might have to add the fountain again. I know I just added it in here, which means I might get rid of it in the dining room because I just don't know if it fits right. So far, so good. I'm liking the way that looks. I also added these jersey frames over to this side. I think another fun element would be to add like the hanging basketball hoop and put it over there. I think that's a perfect addition to this room, or I can move that over here and move my jerseys to this wall or something. It'd be kind of cool to do like a built-in moment for this, something like that. And then what if I grab some shelves to put in here as well? Or I can do these ones. We'll do the black hoop. Okay, I don't hate that. Maybe we can also take some of these basketballs, add a couple to the shelves here. Maybe this be a cool light in there or something. Book stack, maybe this one. Oh, we could add a stereo system in this corner here. Could do this one. That looks really good, I think. Does that look dumb down there? I don't know. We'll revisit that. Okay, let's get a tall standing lamp over here in the corner for him. What about one of these? It's not a snake, it's a dragon, but it kind of has the same vibe to it. Add another basketball over here. You can also give him a football. Let's do this soccer team playbook on the coffee table. It doesn't necessarily have to be for soccer, okay? We can pretend it's a basketball playbook. What pets does Deuce have? It seems to be a rat. Okay, so he actually did have a pet dragon according to the wiki page, and he has a pet rat. So we will be sure to add a rat in his bedroom. Let me just grab that now before I forget that one. Oh, and he's like sculpting too, doesn't he? He does. Okay, so definitely want to add stuff like that. Maybe this is a vase he sculpted. Okay, and after some finishing touches in this room, I have finished it up. Here it is over to this side. I did add a plate of food because he does like to cook, so I added that there, a drink. I also added a small TV that's floating. Let's fix that. I added a small TV and a gaming console because I just feel like that's a teenage boy thing, you know, and a controller here. Here it is over to this side, and then here we have it to this side. I think these first two rooms really look good. Let's go ahead and do the kitchen. Let's put our countertops on this side, and for the counters, I mean, I could do these all green ones. These are from Life and Death. I did use these in Cleo's house, but I think that's okay. And we'll go ahead and add counters on each side because he likes to cook, so I want to make sure that his house reflects someone who likes to cook. Would an island take up too much space? No, I could technically do an island. Maybe I will. Let's add our refrigerator here in this corner. He and Cleo went and got the same countertops and appliances, okay? Okay, that looks pretty good. And what about bar stools? Could do these ones. I want to give him the blender so he can make his shakes. Let's give him the red blender. We can just stick it right here. We can add this bowl of foods here. Oh, some cookbooks. We're here in the corner. Some ingredients. Okie dokie. My kitchen is complete. Here are the countertops. Over to this side, added some pots and pans and some ingredients on some shelves. So that's it for the kitchen. I also put together a bathroom. We have our sink over to this side, and then our toilet and shower over to this side, which means I am completely done with the entire downstairs. And now we go up and finish his bedroom. Let's pick out a bed for Deuce. I don't hate that one. I feel like this one feels right for him. Let's move his rat over here, and then a dresser and a desk. Let's just go ahead and grab another weight rack. Add this up here. Perhaps a desk right here. This one from high school years. Just do the black one. I want to give him a basketball hoop too. Oh dang, the full size one fits in here. I'm gonna give him a guitar. Let's do that. Add the hat up here. I like this item because it kind of looks like a snake. Some basketball stuff here. And then for a computer, we can do the red gaming computer. And let's grab some chairs. Do those work? Maybe. Add this TV here, and then we'll grab another gaming console. We'll just do the same one. What if we give him some darts? I feel like he would really like darts. Right here in this like weird spot that I don't know what to do with. Perfect. Give him another jersey, and we'll add the trophy shelf. Let's just do these amps. Would he like something like that? Graffiti? Oh wait, this is a snake. Hold on. That's literally a snake, you guys. Perfect. I totally forgot about these jerseys from City Living. This is what I needed. We can add more over here too. Let's add another basketball here. I think I want to give him a wall mirror here. Just do this all black one right there. Let's move his guitar over here too. Oh, what about the glasses? He's a glasses kind of guy. That's something else I need to add in here. More glasses. Yes. Okay, perfect. There we go. A couple of drinks on this table. Oh, you know what I really want to add? I'm gonna grab one of these purses that I put in Cleo's room, and I'm gonna bring it into Deuce's room as if Cleo is staying the night. And I'm also gonna add some makeup for her. Let's just do this makeup. Okay, you guys, I think that is officially it for Deuce Gorgon's bedroom. I think it looks super good. I feel like I got all of his main hobbies in his house. I think it looks phenom, and we can move on to our next one, which is going to be for Draculara. So as a reminder, Draculara's colors are pink and black primarily. She is our vampire. We're gonna have her main rooms down here: kitchen, living, dining, bedroom upstairs, and then a bathroom up in this top floor. And again, we're going for like the Victorian style for her house. I just love these. I know that I used this for Cleo already, but the brown swatch, I just really love this one. And then for our fireplace, I mean, we could do the vampire's fireplace for her, but I think I might like this one better. For the coffee table, how would we feel if I made my own? It wouldn't be functional, but we all know I don't go for functionality in my builds. Like, if you're coming to this channel looking for functional builds, you're in the wrong place. I hate to say it, but I love to say it because it's just the truth. I'm not here for functionality. I'm here for vibes. Okay, vibes only. So I'm thinking if we scale this down a smidgen, okay, maybe here. Could that not be like the cutest coffee table ever? Love that for her. I now need a rug, and I think of course we have to do the zebra print rug. I don't know if there is any other way to go for her. Let's just try that out for size, okay? I know that I use these in Cleo's. I'll probably use them again, but they're cute and they're dramatic, and I feel like that's very Monster High. If I added a wall, would that take up too much space, or would that help me have more space? Like, so let's say I split my living room off here, and then we grab some archways. Does that work? I should probably put my kitchen against this wall, maybe. You know, let's maybe do Realm of Magic, and we do an island as well. This black fridge. We can do the matching Realm of Magic oven. We technically don't need dining because we do have dining outside along with this spot with bar stools, so I think we should be okay without trying to squeeze a dining room table in here. She likes writing and reading. She has a major passion for writing, acting, and reading. Witchcraft and magic. She loves studying witchcraft and practicing spells. So maybe in this spot here, we can give her the matching bookshelf. Let's do that one since she likes spells and stuff. Let's add a mirror above the fireplace. Perhaps this one. What about the heart-shaped side tables right here? So cute. We'll add that on the table. So I am downloading this art from this user here. Some cute Monster High art. Add this above the couch. That is perfection. Ooh, I like this clock. What if I move the bats and I add that clock there? I think that's pretty. I think I want to change all of that wallpaper in here to the bat, just so that the pink is a little less blinding. Let's do another one of these little bat stuffies and stick it on the couch. I also wanted to mention that I did change the flooring in my kitchen to this checkered flooring. I think that that looks cuter in my opinion. I think I'm gonna add one of these chairs. I might like that fireplace a little bit better. She likes writing, so I'm gonna add one of these open notebooks here for her. Let's grab some potions. Perfect. Okay, I think that's going to do it for my living room. Here's what it looks like. Tried to make it super cute. Added some more like little neon hearts. Let's finish up our kitchen. So I want her to have some pastries. Let's just stick them right in the center. Perfect. And let's give her the baking clutter with the rolling pin. Oh, none of these swatches are very good. We'll just have to make that one work. That looks good. I think that looks better with the black door. Oh, what about that cute tea cart from here? Hold on. It's literally called the Victorian tea trolley. Like, stop. It's perfect. A good rug Maybe even just this one. That's kind of cute. Adds a little more personality to the kitchen. Oh, what about one of these? With the cute hearts? I could get rid of one of the arches and just have this one. And then I could fit something in this corner. I'm not really sure what. Maybe another plant. I could also do one of these. Does that work for in here? Yeah, I guess the base does for sure. And then that means in this corner, I can actually rework this a little bit. I think I like that layout a little bit better. Let's put this cooking clutter over here. And with this kitchen being so dark, I'm wondering if this would be a good opportunity to add my pink wallpaper on that back wall. I actually don't mind it in the kitchen, I don't think. Actually, I'm gonna move my tea trolley outside. With that, I think I'm officially done with the kitchen. I'm going to move this ladder to the exterior. Yeah, this is gonna work better. That will work. And then she can get upstairs from outside. That's perfect. Let's go up and do the bedroom. Let's pick a bed for her. And the one that comes to mind, of course, is this one. I have used this one for her before, which is fine. We can do, again, the heart side tables. So I am gonna do that. So I think it would be cute to give her a little like windowsill couch. Wait a minute, that could be really cute if I added some pink pillows. These curtains are definitely kind of saving my life with this build. That's super cute, I think. Oh wait, I love these columns. These are from the new pack or the new kit, the Bridgerton kit. She still needs a dresser and she's gonna need a vanity. Let's actually separate a closet for her. Just like that maybe. We'll do the closets from Get Famous. Cute. Maybe just this base game one. Gotta do the pink heart chair. A mirror. I want this big one. And then over here, let's give her a bookshelf. Let's do this one. This one looks very Victorian to me and I kind of love it. We need table lamps, of course. We can go with these ones from Vampires. What about a table to this side of the room? Let's do this table from Growing Together. We need some flowers again. Here is a makeup kit I'm gonna add for her. Oh, let's give her a computer also. This super cute setup. Precious. Super duper friendship kit. Perfection. Let's put these pom-poms here. You know what? She needs one of these record players because her house is like Victorian style. I finished up Draculara's house. Let me show you the finished result. Here is her bed area. I think this is so cute. Here it is to this side with that little bay window seat. And then over here we have her vanity, desk area, closet over there. Added some Polaroids up here and just her bookshelf and a little seating area over here. That's it for the bedroom, and then the bathroom's gonna be super annoying to show, but here's the bathroom. We have her sink over to this side, got her toilet here, shower over there, and then here it is over to this side. That is completely it for Draculara's home here. Last but not least for this part 1, we need to go inside and do Lagoona Blue's house. One other thing, I completely forgot to include a coffin and like vampire specific details in Draculara's room. So I added and changed a couple things. I changed out the bench that was here for this coffin, and then I added a couple of tombstones. Just wanted to show that. Okay, a couple things to keep in mind for Lagoona Blue. She is a more athletic character in the Monster High franchise. Her color scheme is a little girly, but I want to make sure that I don't lose sight of the Monster High element. So as you can see, I've already done flooring and wallpaper on this bottom floor, and you can kind of see the vibe that I'm going for, okay? This is gonna be our living room and dining room. We're gonna have our kitchen here, and then upstairs, we're gonna have our bedroom, maybe like a closet or something, and then in the top floor, maybe a bathroom. I wanna start by picking out a couch. I kind of like this one. It's throwing me off because I don't like those pillows. Let me change the pillows to pink. I like that better. I know what I want. I want a fish tank. Let's do this fish tank. Can I stack 2 of these? Does that look stupid? I'm doing something a little wacky and a little weird, so just bear with me, okay? Can I add walls here and do a fun built-in? Kind of like these ones. That's a fun built-in moment. Thinking about using the fish tank coffee table potentially. Yeah. Yes. For our chairs, cute. You know what? I might do that color. I think that's beautiful. I could do these from Pastel Pop. They kind of remind me of like coral. I think I want to add a table here. I like this one. Let's grab a dining room table, like one of these. I might do that. I could add another fish tank, put that one there. Yeah, let's put the fish tank on that side. On this wall, we could grab a shelf of sorts. What about this one? We do obviously already have our fish tanks, which is perfect. I can probably add another one right here, like a tabletop one. Let's do this one. Let's do these plants in this like bright green color. Add one of those inside. I wish you could size these down, but you can't. Let's add some of this like coral over here. Where's that item from Island Living? That candle thing? I think that would be really pretty for the coffee table centerpiece. See, isn't that so pretty? She likes to swim. I'm looking up some of her hobbies. She likes to swim. She likes to surf. She does screech, volleyball, skateboarding, scootering. She likes writing and storytelling, drawing. What about one of these vases? Also the flower thing. I kind of like that. Let's do it on this side too. Cute. Oh, what if instead of this plant right here, I add this bowl of fruit? I forgot about these lights. How could I forget? Like, actually, how could I forget? They're perfect. I love this. This is from Adventure Awaits. Let's do these. Okay, let's do that swatch. And after some off-camera cluttering, here is the living room. I think this turned out really cute. I did add some sports equipment. Here it is over to this side, and then over here. Let's go and do our kitchen next. For the countertops, I'm thinking about doing these ones. We are gonna have a lot of extra room in here. What should I put here? Maybe just an island? Let's do a rounded island. Let's just do this black bench here. These are always cute. Instead of the bar stools, I think something that might be really cute in here is to grab the shell chairs, maybe in just the pink, and add these. Yes. Okay, here is a fruit bowl. What about this big one? Let's just do the white. Yeah, that looks pretty, I think. She needs a blender for sure. Let's add our blender right there. What happens if I type in cart? Let's do this light blue. And I'm actually gonna move my little pitcher. We can actually do another fish tank. Why wouldn't we? What if I add one here? Okay, I like that. Oh, let's do these. Let me clutter up a little bit and then I will be back to show you the final result. The kitchen is done. Here it is. I added an axolotl. I'll probably add some more upstairs. They're so cute. Here it is over to this side. Let's go up and do her bedroom. Let's put her bed over to this side and let's pick a bed. Let's try this one. For our nightstands, I'm thinking about using these. I do want to add a fish tank back here, and I'm actually going to raise it up. Can I do a built-in for this again? Okay, I think this looks pretty cool. Also, I'm not going to utilize this space here. I just don't really see the point. I have this room up here that can be my bathroom. Let's add some pillows. Do that, and then I want one of these pillows. And I would like to be able to rotate it. That is so perfect. I love that. I feel like that added the perfect spice that I needed. I was envisioning also maybe doing some bookshelves. I don't know. What do we think about these ones? Or I could do the black. Let's grab her a desk. It's kind of cute. We'll do that. And then what about the bubble chair? Keep this over here. How do I feel about this one? I like that one, I think. Lamps. What about these? These are from Island Living. Oh, you know what she absolutely needs? It's the trophies. Stick them right above the desk there. You know what I really want? And it's that bubble wall. I want to find a way to incorporate this. That could be kind of interesting. Let's do the pink one. Oh, it's so cute. Let's do the soccer team playbook again. We can grab another one of those shell chairs, Perfect. Oh, you know what? I really like this light too. And this one. I think this light is so beautiful. Yup. All right. And here is the completed bedroom for Lagoona Blue. Here we have her desk. Oh, sorry about my dog. Her desk over to the side. And here it is over to this side. I hope that you guys don't think it's too dark. I feel like it makes sense because it is still Monster High. I don't want it to be like bright and airy. That's just not the vibe of Monster High in general. But I think it looks good. Let me know what you guys think. Here is the completed closet. Try to add as many of the colors, her color scheme as I could. I think that looks adorable. I also completed the bathroom. So we've got our sink over to this side, her toilet, her tub, and I added some dirty clothes because she's an athlete. So I figured, I don't know, maybe she just popped out of her clothes and jumped in the shower. And with that, you guys, I am officially done with Lagoona Blue's house. And now it is time to get in to the final tour of this part 1. All right, guys, let's talk about this build because I actually had so much fun doing this build. I was a little unsure of how it was going to go because, like I said in this video, I have already done Monster High before on my channel, but it was completely different than what I did today. But I was a little nervous that it was going to be too similar to that, but it was not at all. I truly enjoyed bringing these characters to life. And honestly, I think I did a pretty solid job. As you guys saw, I did Cleo de Nile's house. Hers is one of my favorites. I loved the color scheme in there and just like the over-the-top patterns. So cute. And Deuce Gorgon's house was actually a huge surprise to me. I struggled with this one quite a lot because I couldn't figure out like the aesthetic I was going for. But I think I was able to pull it all together and I think it turned out really, really cool. I love his house. I would live in this house. It is so cool. But I just had the best time. His character was one I was not familiar with at all. I had never even really heard of Deuce Gorgon. So it was kind of cool to do a build for him and pull the whole thing together. And then Draculara's. Okay, I had a vision for her exterior. I wanted to do a coffin shape. I had no idea how I was going to accomplish it, but I think the illusion trick with those roof pieces really worked because I was able to do a coffin shape with a lot less effort. And now you know the trick. I kind of made that up, but I think it worked. Her house is adorable though. It reminds me of my bedroom growing up. I had a pink zebra print bedroom and I was obsessed with that. So this, I would have had this room as a child. I'd have this room now. Let's be honest. Okay. And then Lagoona Blue. I was so stressed out about this one, you guys, because hers is kind of complicated with her color scheme. Like she has a lighter color scheme, but it's also dark at the same time because she wears a lot of black. So I was really worried I wasn't going to be able to do it or to do her justice. But in my opinion, I think I did. You guys can let me know, but I think I was able to combine the colors really nicely and to pull in some of that dark aesthetic from just Monster High in general. And I absolutely love the way hers turned out and just all of them in general, you guys. And I hope that you guys enjoyed them as well. And that is going to do it for this part 1 of my Monster High build. This has been an absolute blast. I cannot wait to do part 2. I think it's going to be amazing. I think you guys are going to love the final result. Keep in mind that this build will not be on my gallery until after the part 2 is uploaded. So stay tuned for that. Once that video is up, you guys will be able to download this build for yourself. I am in love with each and every one of them. I cannot pick a favorite. I think they all look so amazing. You guys can let me know which one is your favorite in the comments down below and let me know if I did these characters justice. I feel like I did, but maybe I'm wrong. You guys can let me know. Anyway, with that being said, I am going to end this video here. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing, wonderful day wherever you are and that blessings come your way. And I will see you guys in my next one. All right, bye.